And we're back, man. What are you talking about? We're right back in the locker room again, man. I'm telling you, this topic is so hot. It's on fire. You can't stay away from it. Bits and pieces falling. It's like a shooting meteor or something, man. Like, it started off with the article. But it really didn't start off with the article. It started off with the interview. Part 3 that everybody's been waiting on. I think word got out about part 3. Well, word didn't get out. You can see me talking about it on part 2. You can see me talking about it in my post. Everybody knows there's a part 3. People have been wondering what's in the part 3. We still haven't been able to drop part 3. But part 3 the interview led to people talking about part 3, which led to the article. A parent came out, went to the news reporter, whatever the Times is in Fairfax Times, and they decided to do an article. Fairfax Times didn't get both sides. They didn't speak to both sides prior to dropping the article. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but whoever wrote the article and published it in the worst way. Anyway, from the article, across my desk slides some text messages, some receipts. You know I love receipts. I keep them in the vault. We talked about them on the last video. You seen the receipts. You didn't see them, but you seen them. I gave you a big, quick recap of exactly what was in the receipts, but you seen what was going on with the receipts. And then all of a sudden, now we have Fox 5. Fox 5, they took it to Fox 5. And let's see what they had to say on Fox 5 with Chad Ricardo. Some of y'all know him. Great guy. Rose himself up the ladder, climbed up out of the mud, man. He got it from the mud, and he is now on Fox 5. And let's see what they had to say, because, you know, Chad has done a lot of interviews with and about Coach Overton. So I can imagine how Chad felt when he got the phone call that he would have to do this, that he would have to speak on Coach Overton, someone that he's given a lot of respect to, someone he has talked to previously and showed a lot of love to. Now he has to stand in front of the camera and speak on him in a negative light. Not necessarily in a negative light, but he has to speak on these allegations. Allegedly. Another investigation. Listen, the crazy thing is, this is starting to give me Nikki Barnes vibes. It's starting to give me Nikki Barnes vibes. Those that know. Those that don't, you don't need to know. But those that know. Listen, we're talking 27 investigations. This would make number 28, because that's what they're saying on the news. That's what they're saying in the Times, that there's investigations going on. That's what they said on Fox 5 News, that there's investigations. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about it no more. I'm going to let y'all listen to it for a second. Check it out.
County High School football team, Hayfield Secondary School's head coach and athletic director are accused of disregarding transfer rules to build their roster. Our Chad Ricardo joining us live with more. I know there's a lot to unpack here, Chad.
There is a ton to unpack indeed, and we are here at Hayfield Secondary School right now. And to be certain, those allegations, many of them are being made against head coach Daryl Overton. Now, if you know high school football here in Virginia, you know that Coach Daryl Overton was formerly of the Freedom Eagles in Woodbridge, Virginia, in which he and his team won back-to-back state championships before leaving there to coach here at Hayfield earlier in 2024. Now, as we take a look at more of the photos and videos that we shot earlier here today at Hayfield, at the center of this story is parent Regina Dorsey, whose son attended Hayfield prior to transferring to South County once this situation began to blow up. Dorsey alleges that she overheard conversations with her son and his teammates, alluding that as many as 33 student athletes have been transferred here from Freedom High School, with some of those student athletes using fake addresses, and according to Dorsey, some of those parents being offered money to use their address. Let's take a listen.
I asked her I said, are they paying you? First, I asked her, was she dealing with anybody, you know, having influence as far as like, are you dating, you know, one of them? And she was just like, well, I was just trying to help out a friend. And I was like, are they paying you? And she just got quiet. And then she was like, well, yeah, but I was just trying to help them out. And I was like, well, I hope they're paying you enough.
And now, in addition to the allegations of students and parents being paid to use their addresses, Dorsey also alleged that she has overheard that there has been rampant bullying on behalf of the coaches here at Hayfield now to those student athletes as well. We also were able to speak with FCPS and heard from a spokesperson. FCPS is aware of the concerns regarding the Hayfield Secondary School football program. A confidential investigation into these concerns began in early May and and continues today. Part of the investigation involves residency checks, which will take time to ensure that reports are thorough and accurate. Now, Fox 5 was able to catch up with a few parents here at Hayfield today, those who were here prior to Coach Overton moving from Freedom here to Hayfield. And here's what one of those mothers had to say about these recruiting allegations.
I know that there have been some transfers. I don't know that it's been that big of an amount. I have talked to my son. He's like, I think there's like 7. Earlier I asked Coach about that, and he told me that anybody that was going to transfer had already transferred. And that those parents, because I spoke to the AD about that as well, and he said they have to live here. They've got to rent a place. They have to prove residency. And those kids already transferred into Hayfield before the school year ended.
So on one side, you have a concerned parent who is alleging that there are student athletes transferring by the masses here into this program. And again, Fox 5 has spoken with other parents who say that that's just not true, and that they have not, to this point, heard others within the community that are alleging that there have been parents who have been offered money to check in. Fox 5 did reach out to Coach Daryl Overton, who is not yet available for comment. Back to you all, Angie.
All right, we're back. You heard it. Now, you heard it yourself. You see what they're saying. Unbelievable behavior. You see what they're saying. So they really are thinking that this is a scandal. First of all, again, we talked about it before. 30 transfers. Come on. The team didn't have maybe 40, 50 kids on it as it was. They had a lot of people graduate. 30 transfers. That is just absurd and insane behavior. Crazy work. Then you see that she went on. She didn't have no problem getting on the camera. She don't care if you know who it is. It's like she's put on the cape and she said, you know what? I'll be the spokesperson for those that don't want what's going on, or what might not be going on, or what is taking place. I'll put the cape on and I'll be the savior, and I'll stand out here and I'll take whatever shots are fired. This is the kicker though. If you go back and read the article, if you go back and look at that news clip and you look at the comments on it, ooh, I guess it's like 2-1. There's a lot of people out there that are not happy with Coach O coming in, but if he's not doing nothing illegal, what are we gonna do? That's the part that we're waiting on now. Like Chad said in the video, we are waiting for the smoke to clear. We're waiting for them to do their investigations. They're gonna go check the addresses, which, from my understanding, and inside a very, 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 very reliable source, has made it clear to me that these things have already been done once. They already did this. That's why nobody's really concerned. And that's why you don't see the one being, accused and these allegations are being placed on. You don't see him upset. You don't see him getting angry. And I have talked to him. He's not upset at all. Again, like I said before, he had a feeling that this was coming. He knew that this type of kickback was going to come because of what he had to deal with previously at Freedom. So he was kind of prepared and ready for this. So we're going to see what's going to happen, man. Continue to stay locked in. Continue to stay tuned in. Talk of the town right now. Recruiting allegations. They're saying that Coach D.O., 2-time state champ, is illegally recruiting players to come to Hayfield. Then you have some people saying that he was doing it at Freedom. It's crazy. 27 investigations and never found it. And now under another investigation and not one down has been played. I don't even think they've started legit practice yet, and he's already under the scope. We're going to see how it plays out again. I'm going to tell you right now, over here, we're not picking a side. It's not what we're doing. We need the facts to continue to fall out so we can make an educated opinion based off of those facts. But we're not picking a side. We're not saying he did. We're not saying he didn't. We're not saying that she's just a disgruntled mad parent. And we're not saying that she's just someone that's concerned. We don't know what's what. We're picking it up. But what I will say is 27 investigations previously. Never found it. Kind of looks like a witch hunt. What I will say is I seen the text messages. There's no way that he can be bullied. There's no way you're being bullied like Mama said you're being bullied, but yet you're begging to be a part of the program. Also, Why are you trying to get into Freedom, but yet now mom is mad that Freedom has come to Hayfield? It's not adding up. It's not making sense. And then we keep hearing about the teen mom situation. Mom's upset because she's no longer the teen mom. So the question is, which one is power stricken? Is it Coach Otis power stricken and thinking he can do what he wants? It's not looking that way because, again, 27 investigations never found it. Or is mom upset because she's not the teen mom? I really don't want to believe that because she's a grown woman. So I don't think that being a teen mom of a football team is going to make her do this. So we don't know what's going on yet. All we know at this point is there was an interview, there was an article, there were text messages, and now it's hit the news. We're going to see how much further this goes, man. I'm going to stay locked in with this one. I'm invested now. We got to ride this out. And I'm still holding on to part 3. I'm waiting for the green light to drop it. Stay locked in, stay tuned in, man. You know how we do. It's the Bad Guy, Local Locker Room Network. We out here.